I'm Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church right here in Beaumont, Texas. And we're here on what's happening in our neighborhood. And they're back. No, the consul is back, but somebody is new around here. The new captain, James Locke. He say captain, take the T out, Captain James Locke.
Captain.
So let me deal with the captain.
Yes.
Captain, talk to us, Captain.
Well, I appreciate the constable thinking enough of me to promote me to captain. We're doing a lot in our office right now, and we needed some extra supervision and things with what she's got planned in the next year or so. So I was fortunate enough to become captain.
All right. Well, hey, Constable, well, now let's get into what we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
Hey, you guys are about to get started on what you call the warrant roundup. Mm-hmm. So, first of all, what is the warrant roundup and what does it mean?
So, basically, we want to, just get this out there so people can understand. By the time you get a warrant, you've already gone before the judge, and you may or may not have gone before the judge. Let me back up. So, if you get a citation and you promise to appear, and you don't appear, then they'll issue what's called the warrant. And a lot of times, because they're Class Cs, people don't take them very seriously. And so the idea is to get people motivated to go take care of your business. And most of the time, by the time we do a warrant, and by the time we do a warrant roundup, our office has already sent out a letter. We've already called. So it's kind of like a last resort. And so then we publicize that we're going to do the warrant roundup in an effort to help the JPs have you come in and, talk about what you got the citation for and then make arrangements to pay. And of course, going into the holidays, we're trying to let people know, hey, take care of your business. Yeah. The warrant roundups are not necessarily going to happen before the holidays, but here's the deal. The warrants are out there.
Ooh.
And so whether we stop you or Beaumont PD stops you or DPS stops you or Jefferson County stops you, the warrants are still out there. And so you need to kind of take care of them because it can ruin your holidays.
Now this is for unpaid fines and low-level misdemeanor cases.
Right, Class Cs, yes.
Yeah. Like parking tickets and
speeding. Yep.
And if you haven't taken care of your business.
Right. That's what the warrant's there for. Correct.
Now, can a person check to see if they have a warrant? Is there a way?
Yeah. They can call the sheriff's office. They can call the JP's office. And they can ask, and you can give your information, and they'll tell you whether you have one or not.
Oh, okay, so Captain, let's just say that I get pulled over. I have a warrant. Are you going to take me to jail, or can I pay the fine on the scene right there?
More than likely, you're going to go to jail. More than likely. And that's the reason why, we're trying to communicate it now. If you know you have warrants and you happen to know where the warrant is out of the JP's office, call the JP's office, and maybe they'll make an arrangement for you. You can't make an arrangement once you get pulled over. The chances are you're going to take it.
No, come on, man. Help me out.
It's too late.
So are other agencies involved in this roundup?
Not this particular one. We plan on doing some interagency roundups in the future, but this one is just going to be dealing with the warrants that are primarily in Precinct 1 out of our office with our two JPs, JP Dollinger and JP Collins.
So now if a person needs to check and see if they have the warrant, they can call your office number that I put on the screen.
They can call our office. We'll direct them to the proper offices and get them lined up.
So tell us the number if they can't see that.
409-835-8450.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, you don't want to get stopped in the Christmas holiday season.
And it could happen, and it could not be us. It could be anybody that could stop you, and they're going to run your information. And again, please don't give them false information.
Ooh, because that's another.
Because now you're adding charges onto something that's just a simple Class C, and now you're elevating the offense. So please don't do that. If you have a warrant and you get pulled over, be honest, because it's just better to be honest and upfront.
Don't tell me that your brother, huh?
And look, we've had that before. And the brother came back with felony warrants. So you know.
Really going to jail.
So Yeah. That's never a good thing. Yeah.
Okay, so take care of your warrants.
Take care of your warrants. Reach out to the JPs. Reach out to the judges. A lot of times they might be able to give you a new court date, or the JPs are willing to work with you if you reach out and work with them sometimes. But if you don't and you just keep avoiding it, then at some point you're just going to get what you get.
Now, sometimes the JPs allow people to have a payment plan, right?
Exactly, exactly. That's what we're trying to put the message out for you guys to be, proactive. If
Right.
you know you have one, if you think you have one, just call and check. And if you call the courts in good faith, just maybe, depending on what kind of warrant it is, how old it is, they may work with you to get it rectified.
Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily mean that even if you have a payment plan that the warrant will be pulled.
Well, possibly. Possibly. It
Yeah.
all depends on the judge.
It depends on the judge and his willingness to work with you. And also they can look up the warrants on the county website. There is there on the website, you can look up JP warrants. And you
Gotcha.
can look up your information on the website, on the county website.
It'll show you all the warrants in the county.
For
if you-
JPs.
If you have a warrant for the JPs.
Correct.
Any JP.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So when is the roundup?
Well, we put it out, I think about 2 weeks ago now. We've already made a few arrests, but as we get closer to the holidays, we're going to kind of slack off a little bit. But after the holidays, we're going to get right back revved up. But again, the thing is, you can't not take care of business, because whether it's Captain Locke or myself or one of my deputies or not, if you get pulled over for a
Beaumont
trafficking
PD, Sheriff Department,
DPS, if they pull you over, or even Jefferson County's warrants division, if you get pulled over and you have the warrants there, you're still going to have to deal with that issue, with that consequence. So
take care of your business.
take care of your business. The press release 2 weeks ago was more or less to let people know, take care of your business. Nobody wants to get arrested on Thanksgiving or during Christmas or something like that. So try to take care of your business ahead of time.
That's good. That's good. Now, Captain, there is a new gun law that passed last year and have taken effect since September 1. So talk to us about the gun law.
Well, they passed several laws.
Yeah.
One in particular that we want to kind of talk about and hit on is just the laws in relation to carrying weapons on your person, concealed and open carry. And it's the sheer number of citizens that are out there carrying has increased dramatically over the years. People that you wouldn't think or wouldn't expect to be carrying a weapon.
70, 80-year-old
Or carrying weapons.
grandma.
They're packing. They're packing.
They're packing, and they're packing to protect themselves. They have one thing they want to do is protect themselves, and you just would really be surprised at the number of people.
Now I did a research real quick. Texas is the #1 concealed carry permit state.
We like our guns. I like my guns too. But the main thing is we want people to be safe, and we want people to understand. For whatever reason, people's fuses are shorter than they have ever been in any time in history that I can remember. And the reason that people are getting shot is for silly things. So especially here in Texas, we want people to be aware. Road rage is serious, and people are carrying their guns in their cars. And then on their person, as Captain Locke said. And so people just need to be aware there are more guns out there, and people are carrying more guns than you would think. And so just to kind of be aware and be safe and just, be proactive as far as that's concerned too, because you just never know when you might find yourself where you think you're just having a screaming match or a conversation. It might turn into something that's actually a shootout in less than 30 seconds, because this person is legally carrying, but they might have a short fuse, and now they feel threatened, and now it's something that you didn't even think it was going to be. So
well, hopefully they went through the training to understand that, hey, look, you don't just pop off.
Well, and they do go through a training. I mean, it's nowhere near the training that we have as peace officers.
Right.
And there are a lot of situations where you can't shoot somebody. But it takes a lot of training to understand and learn all those situations. But they do go through a modified training. But you have a lot of people out there, they're carrying to protect themselves. A lot of them are doing this because of fear. And that's a scary thing, to have someone that carries a gun and they're scared. If they're threatened, they're more likely to act. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just saying it's it's a scary thing when you have a person that's got a weapon and they're in fear.
Yeah. Now, what type of that puts you guys in a situation where when you have a pullover, and somebody is having a concealed weapon, and
Yeah, it makes it tough. They're trained in their training to make sure that they display their license immediately. Everyone, of course, that carries a license have gone through a background check, so they should be the good guys, so to speak. But yes, any traffic stop we make, there's more than likely going to be a gun in the car.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So Constable, then when we're talking to our young men and women, especially of the African American community, on this new law that carry law, how do you explain to a mother how to talk to their child about this new law?
I mean, it's yes, there's a disproportion as far as young men of color, but at the same time, you just ask that you just educate. You just take that 5 or 10 minutes and just kind of explain to them, And I don't. This could be a whole other conversation, but it goes back to parents, talking to their kids, parents knowing where their kids are, parents being involved in their kids' lives, because a splits, a decision to go hang out with whoever could leave their kid dead. Just that fast, because you're hanging out with Johnny, and Johnny's like, hey, I got to go by this person's house and pick up something.
Right.
But that pick up something is actually a robbery, and you're just hanging out and you're bebopping and walking up to the door with Johnny because you think this is his friend and he's going to pick up something, and it's not his friend, and he has in the back of his mind he's going to rob, and you're just tagging along, and you could be shot because homeowners are protecting their homes with their guns, which is their absolute right to do. And so it's just a matter of parents talking to their kids about who they associate with, about where they are, about where they go, and just letting them know, hey, listen, in Texas especially, people are, bearing arms, which is their right to do, and they're protecting themselves and their property. So it's a good conversation for parents to have.
Now, Captain, I've recently seen a situation that happened at Target. And then there was a situation that happened at the library where a young man was trying to sell his cell phone. What happens in those cases if the person who is getting robbed pull out a gun and actually shoot the individual?
Well, it's a very good chance they're going to be justified.
Wow.
Again, we need to educate our children, because I don't think the kids understand the difference between theft and robbery and burglary. Now, they're all against the law, but you have some that are a little more serious than the other.
Right.
It doesn't matter what you're stealing. It could be a cell phone. You could threaten someone with bodily injury and steal their cell phone. That's robbery.
Wow.
That's robbery. Now, you can just see someone's cell phone in their back pocket and you slide it out and take off the other way. They never knew you were there. Well, that's theft. Same cell phone, two different deals.
Yeah.
But again, when you threaten someone with bodily injury and you approach them, they're going to react.
Yeah.
And they have the right to protect themselves. So they could be very, very justified in doing that.
Because I was thinking about the lady that was robbed at Target. Man, if she could have got to her purse before he did.
Right.
And we could have had an incident, that quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And it happens that fast. And as we go into the holiday season, I want to remind people and admonish people to be aware. Scan, before you get out the car. Scan when you leave the store. You just need to scan around you and behind you and just kind of pay attention. I tell women, all the time, if you carry a firearm, do not put it in your purse. Because if they snatch your purse, and they've snatched your gun.
Wow.
You can go to Amazon, and you can find different holsters that can fit anywhere on your body. Carry your weapon on your person and not in your purse. Yeah, because now everything is gone. Your way to protect yourself, everything is gone. So carry your firearm on your person. But again, scan. I try to tell women, don't carry the big bulky purse. Just keep your purse hidden in the car and just take out your wallet.
Yeah.
And keep your wallet in your pocket or in your jacket or whatever. And, you know, again, just before you get out of the car, when you arrive to the store, look around. Before you go back to your car, look around and just kind of just be aware, because they're waiting. Unfortunately, they're waiting to catch somebody who's looking down, not paying attention, so they can do, unfortunately, like what happened in Target and just seize an opportunity.
Now, Captain, parents are using the mall as a babysitting service. And it's turning into a gang-like mentality with the kids walking around.
Yes. I think first and foremost, as parents, we need to police our own children. You know, like Constable said, you need to know where your kids are, know who they're hanging out with, and know what they're doing. You know, we know our kids. You know, we know if we have at-risk kids. In today's technology, you can track your child. They have a cell phone. You can put on their location, and you should know where they are. And you need to do that. You know, we're getting too laxed, you know, on letting our kids go and do whatever they want to do, and that's where they start doing things they shouldn't do. So we want to just advise, you know, all parents to do that, because what you don't want is to have a parent, you know, have a child out there doing something they shouldn't be doing and they get hurt.
Right.
Because, like we said, these people are carrying weapons, and around holidays, you know, they're in fear. You know, and a person that has a weapon that's in fear, they will shoot.
Right.
About 6 years ago, there's a situation with 3 kids. They went into a guy's house, they broke in, and the guy was there, and the guy started shooting, and 2 of them made it. One guy didn't.
Wow.
The last one did not make it. He died right there in the front yard. You know, and that guy was justified in shooting. You know, again, know where your kids are and who they're hanging with, and if they are at-risk type kids, you need to even police them even more for their safety.
For their safety, yeah.
Exactly.
Because that's one thing a parent does not want to get a call saying my son or my daughter has been shot.
Right.
And with Texas being the #1 concealed carry permit, man, everybody's packing.
Right.
Everybody's packing.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so is there anything else you want to share with us today on the warrant roundup or the new gun laws?
Yeah, just to be clear on the warrant roundup, we're just trying to get people motivated to go take care of their business. We are not trying to ruin Thanksgiving. We're not trying to ruin Christmas. We want people to take care of their business, because there is, a law and order to the way things happen. And if you receive a citation, it's because there was some type of infraction. You agreed to go see the judge. And so when you signed the citation, you agreed I would go see the judge. And so the warrant is issued because you broke your agreement to go see them. So we're just asking people to take care of their business and to go, contact the judge or the court, or to go see him. Now, again, this is us pleading with them, but it could be somebody else. It could be Beaumont PD, Jefferson County, Orange County.
Anybody, DPS?
DPS, and when I say Orange County, you could be on your way to Louisiana, and if you get stopped in Orange and they run you, and there's somebody close enough in Jefferson County to pick you up, they'll bring you to the county line.
Wow.
So, people need to understand.
You're going to jail.
You could, if there's time for it to happen, you could still go to jail. And so, you just want to just get out ahead of it, take care of your business, and that way you don't have to worry about it.
Hey, Cap, this is not something that the law enforcement is picking on folk. You actually did something wrong in order to get this citation.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
We just ask you to be proactive. Because, again, sometimes these warrants get old. They're months old or maybe even years old, and you forget about it, and you think law enforcement has forgotten about it also. Well, they really hadn't. And then you get pulled over for something, and you may be with your family going to Louisiana to have some fun. All of a sudden, now your plans are ruined because you have some warrants.
Yeah.
So take care of your business so that you don't get an unexpected arrest.
Yeah. Hey, listen, let me share this with you now. If you done the crime, you gonna do the time. No. Call the judge's office, the JP's office, and check and see if you have a warrant. Again, let me put that number on the screen real quick. The number is 409-835-8450 for Precinct 1. 409-835-8450 for Precinct 1. Constable Javon Pollard. Now, also, So, but they could call. They could go online.
They can go to the county website, and I think it's co.jefferson.tx.us. They can go to the county website, or they can Google Jefferson County, and the website will come up, and then they can go, and they'll go to the left, and you'll go down, you'll see JP warrants, and then they'll be able to look and see, and they can look by their name, and they can look up and see if they have a warrant or not, out of any of the JPs in Jefferson County.
So take care of your warrants. Parents, monitor your children, because there's just about everybody's packing now. Texas is the #1 concealed carry permit state. So everyone is just about packing. So we don't want something to happen to your child during this time. And monitor their friends, because it's important that you know who they are. And then finally, I want to thank the constable and the new captain.
Captain.
Not captain. Captain. For joining us today. Hey, listen, we'll be back. Now, they have agreed to come every month and have a topic that we'll talk about. So if there's a topic that you want have a question about, hey, email me or text me, or not text me because you don't have a cell phone number, but email me or message me on Facebook of a subject matter that you want Constable and Captain to talk about next month. And we'll get the questions to them, and we'll have a dialogue that way. And that's how we can do this. And so if you want some information, I'll get it for you.
Awesome.
I'll send it to them, and they can answer the questions. Say, hey, this is what they want to know. I got put in jail. James Locke, stop me and put me in jail. No, just joking. But listen, I want to thank them for coming today. Thank you for joining us on What's Happening in Our Neighborhood. Hey, listen, have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next month with the Constable and the Captain. I like that, the Constable and the Captain. We'll see you next time on our broadcast. Be blessed.